Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another wig for you guys, and you guys loved this unit in my last giveaway Who Wants It Wednesday video. So now I'm going to show it to you guys. So of course I like to show you guys the unit fresh out of the packaging, and this unit is from RPGShow. It's by Hairstylist Anthony, and it's an Anthony's Cut Wig 031. It's an ombre blonde unit in 20 inches, silky texture, pre-plucked hairline like always, light brown lace color, cap construction B, and it's 200 density. So RPGShow is having a Black Friday sale, so I'll leave all that information down below for you guys. But yeah, now it's just time to put this unit on. So I'm going to show you guys my favorite way to apply my units, basically what I use, how I do it step by step, which is why the video is a bit long. So I already went ahead and cut the lace off, and now I am just basically measuring the wig to my head, seeing exactly where the lace falls and making sure everything fits just right, making sure the ear tabs are where I want them, because you know sometimes the ear tabs are a bit too long and you do have to cut them and customize them, but this one is perfect. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and take my clips and pin the hair out of the way because we are about to lay this wig, honey. So my absolute favorites right now to lay my wigs are the freeze spray and the clear got to be glue. I used to hate the clear got to be glue, but now it's like my best friend. So this combination is absolutely amazing. And of course you'll need a blow dryer and a rat tail comb. Mine is the Conair Infinity Pro blow dryer. I'll go ahead and leave all the things that I'm using down below as well. And now we're just gonna start applying. Don't ask me why I use my finger, my middle finger, y'all. I don't know. It's just like it works better than the rest of my fingers when applying this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply the clear got to be glue all along the perimeter of my hairline, and then I put a bit more on the ear tabs because if you wear wigs, and I'm pretty sure you know, that's the first to always lift. So I focused that on the perimeter, like on the outside of my hairline, and then I actually rub some on my hair area for the ear tabs part, so I can make sure it's pushed down and make sure that that part doesn't lift up. And you want this to be a thin layer. You don't want it too thick because it'll seep through the lace. And then you're gonna go ahead and go over with your freeze spray and just put a little bit all over the got to be glue gel, and just kind of tap it in. I have on makeup. You really want to do this with no makeup on, but I'd be tired of coming on here looking crazy, y'all, so I put my makeup on. So yeah, it works with the makeup. The white one does not, which is why I haven't used that one in a really long time, and it's just too much. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and tap the freeze spray into the gel, and then I'm gonna go on with my blow dryer. So you want to blow dry for about 45 to 60 seconds, basically until you feel the gel and it doesn't feel cold anymore. If you've done this before, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you put the blow dryer onto the gel, it has like this cold sensation at first, but then once it starts to dry, it goes away. So literally for about 45 to 60 seconds, and then I'm tapping it, and then you guys can see that it's a little bit sticky. You see it lifting up on my hand a bit, and that means it's perfect. So next you just want to go ahead and brush the hairs back, making sure none of them are in the way because it gets really annoying when they stick down to the glue. And then I like to use my fingers first, and I just go ahead and tap it in place, and then I go in with the tip of my rat tail comb and kind of just smooth it all in, and make sure you go into the hairline a bit to make sure that it's fully attached. And then I like to do the middle first, and then I go to the side. So the middle usually has no issues. It usually just stays perfectly fine. And then I go in with the sides, and because you're doing one side at a time, you want to make sure that you blow dry the first side a bit before you move to the next side, because if you put like the right side down and then go straight to the left side and try to put that down, it'll pop the right side up if it's not dry enough. So you just want to go ahead for probably about 30 seconds and hold the right side down, or I don't even know what side this is, that's actually the left side, and hold the left side down for about 30 seconds. You don't have to worry about the right side drying up. It's still going to be sticky enough to lay. And then you just want to go ahead and see, I put a little bit too much gel, so it's poking through, but we're gonna wipe that off later. So then you want to go ahead and go on to your next side, and you shouldn't have no issues with the other side popping up. So you just go ahead and do the exact same thing. pull the lace down and then go in with the rat tail comb. Make sure everything is nice and smooth, and then you just go in with the blow dryer for about 20 seconds to make sure it is completely set. I still have my makeup brushes laying all around, so I lost my rat tail comb real quick, but we got it back. And like I said, you just want to go ahead and press it down and then use the blow dryer to hold it in place. So once that side is completely dry, you can just take your rat tail comb and kind of smooth over the entire front of the hairline just to make sure everything is down and to check to see if you have anything that's lifting up. So if you find any areas that are lifting up a bit or that didn't get any gel, you just want to go ahead and take your rat tail comb and put a little bit of the gel on it, and then slide the tip of the rat tail comb under the lace that's lifted and just take it and push it down, and that works completely fine, and it just gets everything nice and smooth and laid down. So if you don't do a thin enough layer of the gel, sometimes it'll push through, and that's what I'm getting right now. I'm just taking this cloth and a little bit of alcohol, and I'm just rubbing it on the areas that the gel may have peeked through a bit, just because sometimes it'll turn white and you don't want that. So yeah, I'm just going to go over all the areas and a little bit on my forehead that may be a little bit shiny from the gel or the free spray. So once you have it all cleaned up, you just want to take a comb. I like using this double-sided toothbrush because the comb on it is super tiny, because you only want to pull out literally like the first row of hairs on the frontal, and we're going to use this as our baby hair area. And then if you see any gel that may have peeked through, you can just go ahead and wipe it off like I'm doing now. But we're just going to take out literally like the first row of hairs around the entire front of the frontal. Before we finesse the baby hairs, I like to tie mine down at this point. So you just want to make sure that you're tying it down around the edge, and definitely make sure that you have the ear tab secured, because that's the part that you really want to settle in. And then we're just going to leave the baby hairs to the front like this, because it kind of forces them to lay forward and it keeps them from flying back. And just going to tie it down for about 10 minutes. So after the 10 minutes is up, I like to take my scarf off super slow. Like it's sped up right now, but I took it off like in slow motion. Just because if it's not completely dry when you tie it down, sometimes it'll stick. Your scarf will stick to the wig and it'll pull up and make like little white streaks, and you don't want that. So just be careful when you're snatching the wig off, just in case it's not fully dry. Mine was fully dry, so it was perfectly fine. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and start cutting out the hairs that we left out. And I'm using my razor, y'all. If y'all see me at Sally, somebody please like DM me and tell me to get a new razor, because I keep forgetting, and I melted this one and it doesn't work the same anymore, and I don't know why I keep using it, but yeah, I need to get a new one. So yeah, you just want to go ahead and cut them first. I always start off longer than they need to be, just so I can see, and then I'm going to make them a little bit shorter with the scissors. I don't know why I don't do the scissors first and then the razor second, but yeah, I'll figure that out. So after I trim them down with the scissors, I like to go in with my tweezers, and now I can thin them out because now I can see exactly how they're going to be. And I'm just going to go ahead and pluck a few of the hairs out just to make it a little bit more thin and make it fit how I like to wear my baby hairs. So before I lay my baby hairs down like for good, I like to go in with the water first, just so I can get a feel of how I want to do it, how it's going to lay, if I need to cut any more, or if I need to pluck a few more areas, because once you go in with like a gel or an edge control, you know, they're kind of like stuck. So yeah, you just want to go in with water first, just so you can get an idea of what they look like, and then I'm going to go in with my Lovely Beast edge control and set them in place. So once the baby hairs are laid, we can go in with our foundation powder. Mine is the Sephora brand foundation powder in the color Golden Almond. And yeah, I just like to I like to use an angled brush, and I like to wet it first and then dip it into the powder because it creates like a thicker paste. And then I'm just going to go ahead and go over the parting area, and then I'm going to go over the hairline area just so that I can blend it in a bit more with my skin and blend in the lace a little bit better. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video, guys. This is how I get my wigs to look as natural as possible, and it usually lasts me about 5 days, maybe a week, if I'm actually like tying it down and being careful when I'm washing my face. But yeah, everything will be down below in the description box. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me and hit that little bell so you're notified every time I post. And I love you guys, and I'll see you on my next one.